there was a article, Tech Rights. I don't know if you guys ever read that. Um, it's this unhinged British man talking about Linux. See if I can find the article real quick. But he's funny. Yeah, I mean, he's pro Linux, not against Linux. And he talks about. I'm trying to find a link. Oh, so many dang links. Talks about Richard Stallman.
Okay, so it's not the guy from Learning Computers.
No, but that guy's not really unhinged. He has a very monotone voice. If this guy has anything on YouTube, you would know. If he talks like he writes, anyway. Can't find it. I'll post it in a minute, but find it. He says people who defend Richard Stallman. See, Richard Stallman was going to give a talk, which was thought to be canceled, but then was found out to be delayed. I don't know if it's because of his cancer. If anybody doesn't know, Richard Stallman has lymphoma, I believe, and but it was delayed, and it may have been to his health. But so this guy says, is it hearsay to say that Richard Stallman should be allowed to give public talks? This even be a subject of controversy at all? So they published a video saying that canceling Stallman's talks is not okay. He says, Stallman is a living old man with cancer. He understands certain topics better than anyone else, and we should welcome his views on these particular topics. But readers have reached out to him saying, since defending Stallman, I've unfortunately become a target myself, which has led me to remove certain videos. So his point is that not only is Stallman getting canceled, but people that are saying that Stallman should have the right to hold talks on technology are getting canceled and threatened as well. What do you guys think about that?
I think if you sneeze wrong, you get canceled, but, you know, it's difficult to support Stallman in any way.
But his talks are about free software. They're not about his political views or anything like that. And he has been a great ambassador as far as I can't think of anybody else that gives as many talks, goes to as many countries, has learned as many languages to give these talks into the people's native languages wherever he travels, as Richard Stallman.
So, how does one get canceled on the internet?
By saying something anybody objects to?
No, I mean, you're always going to have people angry at you and posting crap. So how does one get canceled? How does one get enough shit get enough bad comments that they take something that they'll actually take videos down from somewhere?
Well, it's not evidently it's not all that difficult to do on YouTube, especially
it just
if you're
takes
not one
the
of the
right person complaining.
Yeah, or the right volume of people complaining.
Okay, I found a link.
What do you what would you have to do? Like, if I wanted to cancel somebody, what would I have to do?
Convince other people that this person should also be canceled?
But he's saying, like, what is entailed in the act of canceling somebody? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, basically.
So,
convincing whatever platform they're on to deplatform them, or to make it so that they can't make money there, or to threaten them in such a way that you know, they actually feel threatened and leave.
So this is what the guy said. He says, since defending Stallman, one reader told me, I've unfortunately become a target myself, which has led me to remove the original video, which he was talking about Stallman. So I'm trying to figure out why, regarding the video, I noticed the removal days later by sheer coincidence. My guess as to the cause of it going private was correct. Abuse was directed at the person who had made the video. Trying to see what kind of abuse exactly. The person said the topic needed to be addressed since it is coordinated attack on software freedom by going after varied individuals. And the author says these people have been doing this for years, and attacks on myself, even on my wife, intensify when I oppose this canceled mob. They go as far as to defame me in public. It's really horrible, and there's several links. I guess in the case of RMS and others, one has to look at his contributions against the push of the cancel culture. The cancel culture is not about beneficial behavior, but instead just a witch hunt, although that term is overused and abused to distract from contributions. The focus needs to be on his contributions. These talks that he's giving are about his work, not some difficult political subjects. But it doesn't say like what actually happened to them to make them take down the videos, just that they were the subject of abuse. Like he had to remove it from YouTube. So I don't know. I don't know like how it sounds like self-censorship more than anything because of online abuse, whatever that entails. But the author of Tech Rights says, and I read some of his stuff about him being attacked. Which was kind of weird, like threatening his family and wife and children and things like that. But he doesn't really say why. He is very outspoken and unhinged, but I haven't seen anything that he said that is like patently untrue or you know, mean as in against certain minorities or minority groups. But these blogs that they posted are crazy about this guy. One blog, these fake blogs, let me post a link. I'll post it right under you ought to read the title of some of these blogs. And this is the actual domain owner of Tech Rights. So they wrote blogs titled, his name is Roy Shestowitz. It says, Roy Shestowitz got me pregnant and abandoned us, was one blog title. It shows a picture of him. Neo-Nazi group Combat 18 learned OPSEC from Roy Shestowitz. A piece of history, how Roy Shestowitz got a hold of Adolf Hitler's cutlery. How Roy Shestowitz and I infiltrated a government office and stole an email, database, and laptop. A grocery store incident involving Roy Shestowitz that involved a physical altercation. Roy Shestowitz and his love for the Unabomber. It's just crazy stuff, you know. But you could go through there and it's, according to him, it's all just fake blogs that were written by people that hate him for some reason. Roy Shestowitz obsession for paying with coins extended to strip clubs. Pretty, awesome. At least they're creative, you know.
Make it rain.
Yeah, just throw a bunch of pennies in the air or something.
You load it all up into a t-shirt launcher.
Yeah, just shoot it.
Now, there are figures that I will defend their work, but that doesn't mean I defend some of their politics or what they've said. And to me, it seems like today people don't make that distinction. Like it's they don't have an eye for nuance. Either they don't, you know, because they're ignorant, or they do it on purpose. They just want to attack somebody, maybe. But Like I like Roman Polanski's films. I'm a big fan of his films, but supposedly he's a rapist, which is not cool, you know. Woody Allen, I love his films, but can't marry your stepdaughter. That's just gross.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay to like and to praise certain works of people that may have faults otherwise. You know. I don't think you should be punished for that or quote unquote canceled. I really don't know what canceled means either. I mean, I think from what I've heard, people that have been canceled have had like Twitter campaigns against them, bringing up old tweets or jokes they made in the past, and it's caused them to lose their jobs. I guess that's a form of canceling.
All you have to do is apologize. I'm
Well,
sorry
no,
you were offended by what I said.
yeah, and that just increases your canceling.
That
You get
fixes
double
everything.
canceled.
Yeah. So,
You're canceled twice, all right?
I think it was Jimmy Carr who said that, and he also says he identifies as he, because he's a comedian.
so yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up because I just read it the other day, and I think it's okay to make videos about Stallman, pointing out his contributions, but I think making those videos doesn't mean that you support some of the other things he said. You know, gotta make that distinction, or I think when the more people you have, the larger the mob mentality gets. I think it's when it's individual people, they understand that there's a nuance there, but the larger that group grows, then you get that cancel mob mentality. I mean, there's some people I believe should be canceled, you know, because they're genuine pieces of shit. But I don't think Richard or RMS is a piece of shit. Basically, has some out there opinions on things, but certain things, certain issues. But I don't think he's just a piece of shit.
There's some people I just wonder how they haven't been canceled yet.
Yeah, there's that too.
Just
South Park?
South Park.
No.
Have y'all seen the
I don't think South Park would
ChatGPT
ever be
episode
canceled. I
yet?
think it would take them to just stop. Just be like, all right, we're done. We've done enough. We're burnt out.
Well, Matt and Trey ran their own cancel South Park thing one season.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, they tried to cancel Married with Children. They've tried to cancel The Simpsons several times. I'm sure Futurama had people speaking out against it. But,
I remember the Futurama uproar was about the Jamaican character they have on there.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's a great character. He's
awesome.
He's a nice character, and he's
yeah. It's just they didn't like it. They is.
well, Apu got canceled.
What did?
Simpsons.
Apu.
Oh yeah. Yeah.